Okay, Daniel, it's great. Thanks for speaking with me. How are things today?
They're pretty good. Just today is kind of a standard day. I'm a little bit tired, but it's whatever.
Yeah. So what's your sort of standard day? Are you still at university just now?
No, not really. I'm taking a semester off to travel and focus on poker more.
Okay, okay, that's understandable. And so is it one more semester? Are you in your final year or something when you do return?
Yeah.
And it's something you're definitely going to go back and finish your economics degree.
Well, not definitely. I haven't been working on an economics degree for the most part. I only recently changed it.
Right.
It'll take me more than a year to finish my economics degree, so I'm not totally sure if I'll go with that. And also, I'm not really don't really like don't really like economics that much. So I'm not totally sure if I'll finish that degree or not.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose, you're obviously, doing really well at poker just now and stuff, and it would be sort of hard to, go back and, sit in a classroom and take notes, especially if it's a subject you're not, it's not really gripping you. But I thought there was quite a lot, with economics and poker, there's a lot of sort of related aspects and stuff, but again, you're not really going to see any major results from sitting in a classroom, are you?
No.
Yeah. You'd rather be out there doing your own economics in the poker world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure. So just how did you get started then with poker? Is it the typical story, young guy deposits $50 online and just runs it up and that's what you're playing off just now, or did you start off live?
Well, at some point that happened, but that wasn't really how I started. I started playing, like for $5 or $10 in during lunch at high school, using like paper chips. Basically, it was like a sit and go style. Like if you won all the other guys' chips, you won $5 or $10. And then once I graduated high school, I started playing live cash games. I was playing 51 and 1-2 against players that were quite a bit better than me, so I lost quite a bit when I played in these games. And eventually, I started playing online instead. And played lower stakes online. I played $5, $10 and read books and stuff like that. And from there, it's not that standard in that I started winning pretty fast, but since then it's been relatively straightforward. Not really that straightforward, but
Yeah. So when you were playing live, what sort of, if you were playing, say 51, what sort of role were you playing off live there? Did you have a role, or was it basically just money in your pocket? You had $400 one week, so you went to the casino and played, or?
well, it wasn't at the casino. It was mostly like with people I knew, but I wasn't
Right.
really wasn't really good friends with.
Right.
And also, yeah, it was pretty much just money in my pocket. Whenever I had it, I'd go play. If I did have it, I also didn't really spend money on much, so I thought that I thought this was a reasonable way to spend it.
Yeah, I think I did that myself, and I think you can get quite frustrated because one week you'll win, the next week you'll lose. You're sort of just going round in a circle and not really building anything. Or when you're playing sort of hand to mouth, as so to speak, with money coming in and just sitting down with basically your role at the table or that week's money, and you might have a good week, you might have a bad week, but it's pretty much up and down. You're not going to really build anything from that. So I'm just wondering if it was a conscious decision for you to say, right, I'm going to start with, X amount of money online and proper bankroll management. Is that what happened?
Well, sort of. Part of the reason why it was I always thought it was a good idea, but part of the reason why I did it with like live was because like I wasn't anywhere near making a roll, and like the only stakes that I could really play were those stakes. Those were the only games I knew about. So I was I never really liked just kind of half-assing going into these games with whatever money I had. It's just like my only real option if I wanted to play.
Yeah.
And then playing online was probably one of my better decisions, even though I wasn't of age. It just prevented me from losing too much, and also let me play against players who I could actually beat.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was definitely, you could, rather than sitting down at a table playing, maybe $1, $2 with $200, if you have a few buy-ins, $600 online, then you can play 5 cents, 10 cents, or 10.25, and you've got a lot more buy-ins, so you're sort of not under as much pressure for your decisions and stuff. So you could sort of treat it more as a game, which is what a lot of pros say. You should, the money should never sort of be in your head while you're playing. It should be like a computer game, like moving up the levels, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of phrasing it.
Yeah, so that just sort of took the pressure off. You went, I've got so many shots now and I can move up and down. And you've never had a problem moving up and down levels?
Well, it didn't happen that much to move down, but I mean, it definitely isn't something I like doing to move down. Mm-hmm. Although, I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, as far as like, I guess you could say that I didn't really have any problems with it. In that, like, I did it, but I definitely didn't like it much at all.
Yeah, do you think not liking it was an ego thing because you've proved yourself